Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese sweets and treats. Today we have two treats to try from Japan Candy Box. So the first, this is our Black Milky Cola Candy. This is going to be very interesting just because this is a cola flavored candy. Milky has kind of an interesting effect where when you chew on it, Milky is really the best description. It kind of has this milky effect in your mouth. So having that mixed with cola, I think is going to be very interesting. I'm very curious to see how this turns out. We're also going to try it. So this is our mystery treat. This is Sonomanma Gum. I believe this is energy drink flavor. And they give no hints. They have like an entire paragraph saying no hints, no spoilers, we're not telling you anything. Because I had to go look and kind of find what this was, I can tell you this is a Batsu game. One of the three is super sour, and there's no way to tell which one until you start chewing the piece of gum. Japan Candy Box, I understand that Batsu games are just kind of a part of Japanese snack culture, but that's not true for a lot of the world. So it's fine that you want to send us some, but you do need to disclose that it's a Batsu game. You know, so maybe just no spoilers on what the game is, but it does need to be said that it's a Batsu game if you want to send that. We're still going to try it, which is going to be interesting because I am a sour wimp, so if I get the super sour one, it's going to be interesting. So with all that in mind, let's get started. Itadakimasu! Starting with our Black Milky Cola Candy. I'm very, very curious about this one. Okay. It does not want to open for me. There we go. So we have our little wrapped candy. It doesn't have a strong scent, but I'm strangely am sensing the cola. It's wild. I'm very curious about this. I've been curious about this since I saw it in the box. There's a very gray piece of candy. It takes a lot of effort to chew those. It's a firm, chewy candy. It takes a lot. What's kind of interesting, so it has the milky effect, right? And it comes in very, very quickly, but it really interacts oddly with the cola. And the reason is, I say that way, I've been curious about this entire time, is Japanese snack makers, they are phenomenal at capturing flavors, right? We talk about it all the time on the channel. But one of the things that is kind of wild to me is when you get the soda flavor, they are so good at capturing the flavor of the carbonation. It blows my mind because it's that flavor of the carbonated bubbles. And so even though you're not getting the bubbles, you're getting the flavor from them. It is wild to me. So you're getting that with that milky effect, and it's really unusual. It is good. Flavor-wise, it's good. It has a really good cola flavor. Like I said, it really captures the flavor of that carbonation. And it mixes with that milky effect, and it is just mind-blowing. It is weird. It is wild. It was really fun to try. If you're curious about it, I would definitely recommend. I think Milky in general is kind of an interesting candy just because it is so unusual with that milky effect. And this cola flavor one is a really interesting play with that candy. It's really kind of fun. If you're curious, I would definitely recommend. And I do recommend just Milky in general because, again, it is just so unusual. So moving on to our Sonomanma Gum. I think the best way to open this. There's no way to know which one it is, so I'm just going with the first one. It does have kind of a mildly sweet scent to it. I have no idea if I got the sour one or not. It is sour, um, but I'm a sour wimp, and I could handle it, no problem. Uh, which is kind of a lot of the sour candies that we've gotten from Japan have not been super sour, unless ume is evolved, then it's a sour I personally can't handle. It is a really soft gum. It chews very, very quickly. It did not take me very long to get it from a solid piece of gum to a really soft, pliable consistency. That is pleasant to chew. Flavor-wise, I'm not familiar with what it's based off of. It's not bad. It's sweet. It's a little bit sour. If you're curious about it, I would say of the Batsu games, this is probably one of the, like, if you're cautiously curious about Batsu games, this is probably one of the easiest ones just because you have three, one of them is super sour, the other two are not. Just kind of as a way to kind of dip your toe into the water before getting into some of the crazier ones that we had, I think, last summer. Those were, yeah, this is a much better way if you're curious about Batsu games, just because, again, for me at least, I can only think of a couple of ones, and I don't know how common they are for people. I personally do not enjoy them. So, Goshiso-sama. So to recap, we tried our black milky cola candy, which was kind of wild because it captures the taste of that carbonation while having the milky effect that milky candy is known for. It is really interesting. If you're curious about it, I would definitely recommend. It is certainly fun. I personally think it's worth trying. I also just think, in general, if you haven't had the chance to try Milky, it's worth trying. They have a bunch of different flavors. If you see one that you think you might enjoy, would definitely recommend. They are really fun. We also tried the mystery snack, our Sonomanma Gum, which has a really soft texture. I don't know if we got the one or not. It is a Batsu game. One of the three is supposed to be super sour. if you're curious about Batsu games, this is probably a good introduction. That said, again, in the pamphlet, it needs to be disclosed that it's a Batsu game. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Johnny.